Hey, it's your favorite certified clinical sexologist, marriage counselor, premarital counselor, wedding officiant, marriage boot camp coach, Mocha marriage facilitator, your girl, Candy J. I have been, counseling some people this week, and some things have definitely come up, and I just wanted to talk about assertively speaking from your heart. And I think assertively speaking from your heart is how you both feel valuable and valued, right? When we let our heads do the talking, it's the part of us that is reactive, and it seeks agreement, and it seeks to convince or prove something, right? And a lot of times we can get all passionate, and that's how yelling happens, and that's how people's emotions are high, and they start to storm out. But your heart is the part that is receptive, and it seeks alignment with your partner, and it seeks to love and be loved. And so I want you to speak from that part. And sometimes just be assertive in speaking from your heart can be hard. So I wanted to give you just a couple of tips. Communicate the softer side of your emotions. When we speak out of anger or frustration, our partner's alarm bells go off. Bling 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 bling. But usually, anger is a secondary emotion, right? Primary one is usually one of like sadness and disappointment and fear and regret and embarrassment and hurt, right? And so you kind of have to make sure that you're talking about those things. So I kind of like think about a time when you recently felt angry or frustrated with your partner. What were the softer sides of your emotions that came up? Those are the ones that you need to communicate. Okay, so I was really angry about you not showing up on time, but the underlying issue was I was hurt that you don't hear me because I've said over and over again, if you're going to be late, just communicate with me. If you have to think of me. It makes me sad when you don't think about how my time is valuable as well, and that in my past relationships, that's all he ever did. He never thought about me. He never considered me. You see how I brought it back to what it actually was? I was mad because you were late, but there was underlying there, right? He never, my ex boyfriend or husband never considered me, right? So you being late and not communicating that brought up a trigger, and I'm being self aware that that's why I got angry, right? Um, uh, so you want to use I statements. When you speak from your own perspective, it's essential of assertiveness and of speaking from the heart. Start with I think, I believe, I wish, I feel. Because it's important to make sure that your emotions are prevailing there, right? I feel like you, okay? I would prefer that if you're going to be late, that you pick up the phone and call and let it be known that you're going to be late. I prefer that you communicate with me, and it's essential that if you're going to do that, then it makes me feel heard. It makes me feel valued. But you got to know how you feel too. And for those people that need time to process, right? Call that pause. Call that time out before you speak assertively from your heart, right? Because when you do that, then it gives you time to actually really truly assess how you are feeling if you're that type of person that needs time to make sure that you know what you're feeling. Because if you're like me, and I know, I'm a very self aware person, right? I know exactly, I can pinpoint it. If I'm angry, I know I can back it up to it's a trigger because da 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 da. But if you're that type of person that really truly needs that time to think about it, call the pause. And if you don't know what pause that technique is, go back and watch my video. I think it may have been 3 or 4 days ago that I actually covered this a minute ago. But I'm going to come back and do a part 2 of assertively listening from the heart. So this was assertively speaking from the heart. But there's a part 2 of this that your partner is going to have to assertively listen from the heart. And listening is not about listening to respond, it's listening to understand and comprehend. So I'll come back for a part 2, guys. Again, this has been your girl, Candy J. Remember to like, ring that bell, and come back for more mental health tips, relationship tips, sex education. And, sometimes we have a little fun here too, right? Have a great day.